today we're back with another video, and we have Dom here today again.
Hi.
So, this is gonna be a part 2. So we have people that send us actual questions to ask, and y'all gave back a lot of feedback, so that's a good thing. So I thank y'all for that.
Especially about my cup. It's something in it.
A lot of people was like, is she even drinking anything? And I'm like,
Get him something in there. Jerks.
So we do have a couple of questions. All right, so the first question is going to be, how do you feel about sugar daddies?
I want them. Bring them all. Do you know any? I need them old, wrinkly, because I want them like after 50, because they need that AARP check after 55. They get the senior discount at IHOP. And toy, they can take you anywhere. They old.
I mean,
but they can't work. That ain't possible at that age. So that's why I need them older.
so they can go there to die?
Yeah, meanwhile, but I make sure I sign the will first. You can die during. I don't care nothing about it. Your turn.
I feel like, I mean, sugar daddies are okay. I mean, I don't see why not, but I feel like if you're gonna have a sugar daddy, make sure you spending the money wisely. Like, don't just say, oh, you have a sugar daddy and you ain't got nothing to show for it.
And you giving up sugar.
Well,
they do that. I seen it on TV.
If you have to give up sugar, you basically prostituting. So I mean, I'm just saying that's not really a sugar daddy, but whatever. So I would say, yeah, as long as you just spend the money wisely and just actually have something to show for it. Because if you ain't got nothing to show for it, then really, you didn't really trick him, he tricked you.
He says you can find them on seeking.com. I don't know that. That's what the people told me.
Oh, yeah, okay. So the next question is, should a man put his wife before his mom?
Okay, I'm gonna have to answer this 2 ways. Why I gotta answer this 1 way?
Yep. Because it's either yes or no.
I say yeah.
Okay.
Because you, as a mama, you have your son to give him away.
Okay.
Like when you get a man, it's there for you. Your son's not your man. It's your son.
Okay.
That's creepy. It's called incest. What it is? It's called psychological incest. I looked it up.
Okay, so I agree. I mean, I feel like, yeah, because he's yours. I mean,
sorry.
I feel like a wife is going to see a different side of him than the mom anyway. So you're sleeping with your wife. Why not put her first? Your wife, if y'all have kids, is the mother of your child. So yeah, that just, I mean, I just feel like, yeah, the wife should come before the mom. Now, with that being said, if there's an argument or something, I would say that, yeah, you should have your wife back, but at the same time, in that situation, you can say who's right and who's wrong and keep it respectful on both parties. Because I've seen sometimes where a man will yell at his mama, do this, disrespect his mama just for his girl or wife or whoever, and that just makes you less of a man.
That's a red flag, lady. She gonna beat your ass.
I would just say that just be careful, basically. Like, yeah.
Like she said.
I mean,
you yell at your mama, you gonna punch me in the face.
Yeah, and any woman who is okay with the man not like disrespecting his mama, she's not the woman for you. Because a real woman is going to encourage you to be there for your mom, respect your mom, and, you know, carry her at a high level. Not just, if she don't want to talk to us, she don't want to talk to us.
Right.
Like, no, she should encourage you to have a good relationship with your mom, if anything.
Because she had you, okay?
Yeah. Or whoever's mother figure in your life. Because some mamas didn't raise baby kids. So.
Yeah, the greatest race.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Shout out to all the G-mamas out there.
So, the next question is, who comes first, the kids or your husband? And before we answer this question, I seen, it was a similar conversation, it was like a similar conversation I seen that it was like, if you cook, who are you giving the plate to, your husband or your kids
I seen
first?
that. Yeah.
So I could answer. My answer is going to cover both questions, so you go first.
Go ahead.
No, you go first.
Tell it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna get a place to my man first, and then the kids. The reason why, like I said, you have your kids for them to go on and live life. Your man's the one who will be stuck with you to the day y'all die. So if you be like, oh well, I'm all about my kids. Yeah, you all about your kids, but don't forget they're gonna grow up, find somebody, and leave you. So you gotta have, I guess, a good foundation with your husband. I say plate to the husband.
Yeah, I agree, because my husband would definitely come first before my kids. Not saying like if we're going through a rocky situation and then my husband acting crazy and I'm having to protect my kids, like no, I'm gonna actually make sure my husband's straight, but I'm gonna always support my kids and treat my kids a certain way as well. Like my husband will definitely come first when it comes to certain things. That's just normal, because 9 times out of 10, if it's the husband you're having kids with, your husband was there before your kids, so y'all relationship will be forever. You and your kids' relationships are forever as well, but they will have their own separate lives, like she said, and what you're going to be left with, just
yourself,
sitting there. So I say husband first for both questions, by the way.
Me too.
The next question is, why do you think men cheat?
That's a big question. There's a lot of reasons why they cheat. They can cheat because they feel like they're missing something at home, like the whole grass is green on the other side aspect. Like let's say the wife don't like to work, she wants to stay home. So a goal-driven woman that's fine is gonna look appealing to him. Like Bob Marley say, in the abundance of water, a fool is always thirsty. I mean, a man is always gonna want. That's anybody. You always gonna want it looks good or new anyway. But men who cheat with multiple women, but I feel like if you're not satisfied by more than one woman and it's always a need to get more women, you're trying to prove something to yourself. What are you trying to prove? You know what I'm saying? Because that's a lot. You cheat with more than 20 women in a relationship, something's missing.
Yeah. So my answer, I would say, why do men cheat? I'm gonna say the same reason women cheat. They bored, for one, because I can get bored easily, I can say. You're just bored, lack of communication. Lack of communication is gonna fall into this one, but just if he's not paying attention to the little things, him not just complimenting you when you get your hair done, when you get your nails done, him not saying you're beautiful every now and then, like little stuff like that adds up, and you may not think like that matter. Like she don't never complain about it, don't matter. It does matter to a woman, because best believe you ain't saying it at home, but it's a man over at her job saying it. It's a man at the store, at the gas station saying it. Like it's just gonna be.
It's a homeless man saying it.
It's just gonna be. We crave certain things, and as a woman, I would say. I would just say. Stay on your shit, that's it. But to answer the question for men, I feel the exact same way. Like if she not being supportive, if she not checking with you within your feelings, like how are you today, are you okay, whatever, not feeling like you can come home and talk to her about certain things, and then he find a woman that he can't do that with because you always nagging and you always this, that can make a man go and do other things as well. So you being sleepy all the time, not wanting to have sex with the man, like, oh, I don't feel like it right now. Sometimes, not all the time you're gonna feel like having sex. I'm sure he probably ain't gonna always feel like having sex if you want to have sex, but that's something you have to, you don't have to compromise about it. Like you're gonna have to figure it out. You're gonna have to figure it out. Figure out like what works best for your relationship and how you're gonna keep your man pleased as well. And same for the men, you gotta keep her pleased. Try different things, stop being boring. Like that goes for the women too. Try different things. If he say, hey, let's try this, you ain't gotta know. What now? I mean, just try it. You never know until you try it. If it's something bizarre like, you humping a horse or something. Like, okay, that's something different, but little certain things, you can simply just try it out, and at least he know, like, damn, at least she will try.
Hang me upside down from the ceiling.
Like, just being spontaneous, being different, because the same repetitive, you know, it gets a little boring. So, how do you feel about a woman proposing to a man?
It's not traditional, but it can happen. I'm not this. The man ain't gonna be 6'5", 6'6". I'm on my knee to myself, baby, marry me, please. That ain't happening. But some women are so in love with their husbands and they're sick of waiting, and they feel like, you know what? I love him enough. I'm gonna propose to this man, and they get down on one knee with a ring. That's what they want to do. I mean,
So you think it's okay?
it's okay for them. Yeah, it's fine.
I disagree. I'm saying
Okay.
I disagree because certain things is a man's job, and proposing to a woman is a man's job. A lot of people may not agree with me on this, which is fine. Do you? But I will say, if you have to ask him to marry you,
He ain't want to marry you.
he don't want to marry you. He just didn't. He don't want to marry you. Like, it's just, I would say, okay, I could be wrong. Let me rephrase this, because maybe you just too much in a rush, and he like, damn, I do want to marry her, but I'm gonna wait next year, and you like, nah, I want it now.
I've been saving up for a ring.
Like, that can be different, but at the same time, sis, like,
Just
don't
wait.
do it. Just don't do it. Be, you know, patient. And if y'all been together 4 or 5 years and he ain't said nothing about, you know, marriage, then it's time to probably move on, or say, hey, this is what I'm expecting. If you're not ready, I need to know, because you're wasting my time. That's all you gotta do, because me personally, I will be more than transparent about it. Like, bro, I'm sorry, but this ain't working for me. Like, I want more. You're not ready. I'm ready, so I'm gonna go find somebody who's ready.
You ain't gonna get down on one knee to him.
No, you would never in a million years see
Please,
me
baby.
asking a man to, no ma'am.
$5 million. Marry me. No.
Like, I don't care if he give me $100 million. Like, hey, can you please do this? No, sir. No, no.
It's a no for you.
I got to live with me knowing I proposed to him. I'm just not. How can I tell my friends that? Like,
I proposed to my husband.
like.
Sorry for anybody to do.
I'm not sorry, because I would just say I don't know how you do it, but
You're a
shout out
strong
to
woman.
you, because I can't do it. Leave it to the man. Sometimes that's another thing. Sometimes you can make a man feel less of a man by doing certain things, and it can be a turn off to him. Like, you trying to lead and do this and do that. Like, just be a lady, calm down, take it slow. You know, that's another. Is it appropriate to take girls or guys trips while in a relationship?
Yeah, I feel like you need time to the girls. Like, that's how I feel. Like, girls retreats, it ain't what men think they are. Most of the time, we just sleep, eating, sleep, posting pictures, and sleep. It's not what people, you know, we having a good time, of course, but if you in a relationship, you have a type of composure about yourself. You're not out here cootie cat popping on the next person upside down in the club with your wig falling off. I mean, I feel like, yeah, it should be a thing. Now, girls trips every week, no, that's unreasonable. But every once in a while, it don't hurt to catch up with the girls as well. Women need other women, like, not in that way, but they need that bond, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like, yeah, I think it's beneficial to the relationship. That gives you both time to miss each other. When y'all remind each other 24/7, y'all could start clashing about little simple stuff, like something that's not even really necessary. You taking a girl trip for a weekend, 4 or 5 days, whatever. He go on his boy trips at the same time. Y'all missing each other, y'all talking.
Y'all be on the phone with
You know, yeah, like, dang, I miss you. Or if he just at home while you gone too. As long as y'all give each other space and give each other time and matter, just be respectful when you're out there. Like, I'm all for, like, if some guys come up to us and like, hey, we trying to buy y'all some drinks. Okay, take the drinks, sis. You ain't got to be so stuck up where you just like, no,
I got a man. Look at this.
Like, 9 times out of 10, your man ain't doing that when he going on a guy's trip. He enjoying himself, taking it like you. It's just a drink. It's not causing any harm. It's a drink. Carry on. Tell him thank you. If he tries to make it more than that, then that's when you can say like, look, I have a man. Like, thank you for the drink though. You know. So I've seen a lot of women who are married or who are in a relationship go out and they super rude to the men that's out there. Like, he don't know you got a man just by looking at you. Like, he just shoot his shot like any other man would do. So I would say, when y'all do go on a girl trip, please keep in mind to be nice. Like, not everybody deserves that stink attitude y'all give sometimes. Not everybody deserves for you to cuss them out or call them ugly all because they ask how you doing. Yeah, and everybody not thirsty. Maybe he thought you was beautiful.
So he want to buy you and your friends a drink. He want to see y'all have a good time.
Yeah, it's not that serious. So when my man, if he go out, okay, you go out, y'all have fun. If he buy another woman drink or whatever, okay, like, just know how far to take it. You know, like, if you and your friends want to buy them drinks, okay, it is what it is. Like, you know, but you just gotta not think too hard about it. Give your man space. He need to give you space. If that can't happen, then y'all really should be together anyway.
Space.
Yeah. Don't feel guilty about wanting to take a girl trip where if you haven't been out in months and he has or whatever, don't feel guilty about wanting to go somewhere because you don't want to leave him or whatever, or vice versa. Men too. Have your time. You need your time.
And don't let him make you feel guilty.
Yeah, and if that's the case, then you really just need to sit down and have a conversation and let that person know how you're feeling. Like, look, like, this ain't healthy for us to be around each other every single day, 24/7, and we not have any type of space apart. You know, would you stay in a relationship until your child is old enough to choose between which parent he or she would like to stay with, or would you go ahead and separate before they're old enough?
I go ahead and separate.
You would separate.
I'm not gonna be miserable for my children, because you take that out on your kids. Your kids can read the room. I'm not taking it. I'm gonna leave so I can be happy and be better for my kids. I would rather that, because they'll be small and they'll grow to learn. Hey, this is the situation mom and dad are in, and then they'll assimilate to it. Like, we gotta go to dad's on Saturday. We gotta go to mom's every other weekend. It'll work out. Don't stay in a relationship if it ain't working. What's insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. That's insane. Don't do it.
I agree. Yeah, I definitely want to stay in any relationship just because of the sake of my child. Yeah, the child is always to think about, but certain things you can't stay in. If he's being abusive, he or she, if it's just all around toxic, like all that cussing and yelling in front of the child, at the end of the day, that's not healthy for the child anyway. So why stay there and put that child through all that whenever you can just leave? So I would say definitely separate before. But if it's just an agreement, I would say, like, hey, how Megan Good and what's that man name?
The preacher man.
Yeah, Franklin. No, it ain't Franklin.
You said you talk.
No, okay. So Megan Good and her husband, how they had a mutual agreement that they were going to separate. Nobody knows that, like, what went on behind the scenes and if they really blew up. But if they didn't, just using that as an example, you could stay in the house and because y'all have a mutual agreement and neither party is angry about it, neither party is just being petty or toxic. So I would say in that case you could, because it's not that serious, you know. But long as that other person know, like, hey, I am going to start dating or something, like, just make sure communication is key. Because she do want to go back to a specific subject whenever I mentioned the sex part, as far as, like, you want to have sex, try to, like, spice it up, and, you know, don't always say no just because you don't feel like, and you had a long day at work. You know, try to find that energy and, you know, make sure he's pleased as well.
And find ways, like, there's stuff you can do to spice it up that's not extreme and out the limits. nobody's too old for video to video or out of course or anything like that. Watching videos together, there's a lot of stuff you can do in the realm of still being freaky with your partner. As far as there is, don't look at me like that.
I'm just trying to figure out.
What you trying to figure?
You said you could watch movies. And
Yeah, like
stuff.
watch videos together, like, you know.
Oh, like porn?
Yeah.
Pornography.
I know you could use that word on there, pervert.
Yeah, I think. Well,
We
whatever.
gonna find out.
Okay.
You know, watch
Okay.
those videos together.
Okay.
See, like this, because you don't want to get in trouble. Those videos together, you can do like out of course. You can sit across from each other, look crazy. Granted, I mean, I can't make eye contact. That's weird. Aside from it, it is strange. Isn't it? You know, like just make it fun. Some people role play. I'm not into that because I don't want to be no robber and then he really tackled me because he shell shot. I'm like, take it off. He was like. And he choked me or something. So I don't want to do all of that. You know. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's so much stuff you can do in the realm before you start to venture out. Now, there are those type of things that people partake in that builds trust in a relationship and they have a good time. We'll get on to that in another segment because you ain't gonna get me in trouble today because I'm sick of your shit. Not today. Today we doing good.
Alright, so that concludes this video. Thank you all for your feedback. Thank you all for watching the video, liking and subscribing. Everyone who left a comment, that means a lot and I really appreciate it. So
Well, she love you. I like you.
We really do appreciate it. I'll be having more content coming soon. Just to let you know, it's not gonna always be these sit down and talk videos. I will be like incorporating different things. So make sure you go like, comment, and subscribe. And if you have anything you would like for me to touch on or a specific video type you would like me to do, just let me know. My DMs are always open. And until next time, guys, thank you.